Well, it's very simple, Alex. And the left uses this tactic against the right all the time. And in most cases, in most prominent cases at least, people on the right completely cave in. They apologize. They bow to the witch, to the mob, to the Twitchfork people. And it's simply a petition. People say, oh, people just ignore petitions. What's the point in that? Well, that's entirely the point. It's a petition demanding that Oprah Winfrey disavow her friend, Harvey Weinstein. Now, if she ignores the petition and it has 100, 200,000, 300,000 signatures, that's a pretty big deal. So the whole point is for her to ignore the petition, which she overwhelmingly likely will. If she does disavow him, then more power to her. We had an impact. But it's simply a petition. Listen, Alex, she got up there at the Golden Globes at an event organized, run, hosted by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. This is a media organization, a collection of journalists that report on only Hollywood. What have they said about the sexual abuse scandal in Hollywood for the past 20 years? Nothing. Absolutely nothing whatsoever, despite the fact that everybody knew about it for the best part of the past 20 years. Remember, it was going to come out in 2004. New York Times, they spiked that story. This organization has known about it. You have people like Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, who knew about what he was doing to women in the 90s. This was like 2 decades nearly before Oprah Winfrey was hanging out with him. Close professional relationship. You've seen the pictures. She's literally nuzzling his ear in one case. There's a picture of her with the actress Katie and Noble when they met Weinstein at a 2014 event in London. Noble, who went on to file a lawsuit against Weinstein for basically raping her, said that Oprah was swinging off his arm in reference to Weinstein to lure her in with the promise of boosting her career. So you've got all this happening. You've got Oprah Winfrey rehabilitating Bill Clinton back in 2004 after everybody knew about his sexual predatory activity. You've got Oprah Winfrey endorsing Hillary Clinton after she intimidated Bill Clinton's rape victims. Oh, but now Oprah Winfrey's this big representative of the Me Too movement. You've got Meryl Streep sat back in the audience, and they showed a clip of her on Sunday night, nodding, yes, this is our movement now. Meryl Streep, the woman who stood up and applauded a pedophile rapist in Roman Polanski, 15 years after he was arrested, defended him. 5 years after that, defended him. Absolutely incredible. You've had a bunch of women come forward over the past 6 months with new accusations that Roman Polanski raped, abused them. What did Meryl Streep say about that? Nothing. So they all get up in front of each other. They all agree with each other. They're all responsible for covering up this sex abuse scandal for at least 20 years. Oh, but no, they're now the representatives of abused women. Absolutely sick, rampant hypocrisy. And now Oprah Winfrey is at the head of it, having palled around, nuzzled Harvey Weinstein, featured in innumerable photos with him at public events, at award ceremonies over the past 10, 15, 20
I mean, it's
years.
obvious they've got a relationship. It's obvious they've got a relationship, and she's known as being pretty wild. And that's all legal. Luring women in to a known rapist, that's a whole nother quantity, as you just said. She's actually sticking her tongue in his ear. And again, rebooting the whole Clinton dynasty repeatedly, exactly when they're known sexual predators. I mean, Oprah Winfrey is a monster. Please continue, Paul.
Well, you had Courtney Love back in 2005 saying, don't let Harvey Weinstein take you to a hotel room.
Harvey Weinstein invites you to a private party in the Four Seasons downtown.
You had Seth MacFarlane making jokes about it a few years ago at the Golden Globes, I think it was. Basically, on the basis that everybody knew he was a sexual predator.
Congratulations, you 5 ladies no longer have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein.
Scott Rosenberg, screenwriter, actor, and producer, whose first 2 films were distributed by Weinstein's company, Miramax. He said, quote, everybody effing knew about Weinstein's behavior in Hollywood. Yet she's palling around with him. Oh, but she knew absolutely nothing. I mean, how many photos does she have to appear with him in? I mean, I just did a Google images search, and it was just like 2 solid pages of it. It wasn't just one thing where, oh, I appeared in a photo with him. It's nothing. They're best buddies, got a professional relationship, worked together on projects. And then you get to the other aspect with Oprah Winfrey, Alex, which is when she said in a 2013 BBC interview, she thinks generations of older people, meaning white people, quote, just have to die to solve the problem of racism. Oh, so this is our big uniter, is it? The woman who says old white people need to die.
There are still generations of people, older people, who were born and bred and marinated in it, in that prejudice and racism, and they just have to die.
Absolutely incredible. Sign this petition. If we get like 100,000 signatures, she will not disavow Weinstein, then that's going to be a massive story. They hounded Trump for months. Will you disavow David Duke? No, you never even met David Duke, but they just kept throwing it at him for months. Will the media cover this? How many signatures can we get on this petition, which is up right now at Infowars.com?
Please